Have you ever gone through a season in life where everything felt stuck, as if someone, somewhere, pressed the invisible brake on your progress? You work hard, you plan, you pray, yet opportunities slip away, relationships fall apart, money drains faster than it comes in, and your health seems to crumble without warning. It feels like a shadow follows you, a heaviness you can't explain. Many people around the world describe these moments as bad luck, a curse, or a sign that something unseen is blocking their path. In almost every culture on earth, people talk about spiritual forces, the evil eye, jealousy, black magic, negative energy, the weight of someone's hatred. Whether or not these things are real in their minds, the feeling is universal. The sense that life has turned against you. You might wake up every morning with a question burning inside. Why me? Why do things keep falling apart? But what if I told you that sometimes what we call a curse is really a sign, a calling, inviting you to turn toward a truth that has always been right in front of you? And what if there were three simple words, filled with power, meaning, and ancient wisdom, that could begin to break those chains, not through magic, but through faith, clarity, and a connection to the one who controls every destiny? Today, millions of Muslims around the world whisper these words at moments of fear, gasp, heartbreak, or confusion. They whispered them during wars, during disasters, during personal tragedies. They whispered them while crossing dangerous borders, while sitting beside a hospital bed, while grieving the loss of someone they loved. These words are not superstition, they are not charms, they are a declaration, a spiritual key, rooted deeply in the Quran, spoken by prophets, and lived by believers for over 1400 years. And in this video, we're going to explore these three powerful words, where they come from, why they matter, and how they can transform the way you face every struggle in your life. Not with empty promises, but with guidance that Islam has given us. Guidance that brings light into the darkest storms. If you've ever felt like something unseen is blocking your path, pause and reflect on this with me. Before we go any further, I want you to acknowledge something. You are not watching this by accident. Something brought you here. Curiosity, pain, hope, or maybe the final drop before your cup overflows. Before we go further, hit the like button if life's challenges feel too heavy sometimes. This is for you. Now I want to hear from you. Maybe this is the first time you've talked about it. Maybe it's something that's been weighing on your heart for years. Have you ever felt cursed, or that nothing ever works out? Share one word in the comments that describes that feeling, and we'll talk through it together. Before we begin, please like the video, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss anything. Share this video with your loved ones, because this knowledge can literally change a life. Before we uncover the power of the three words, we need to understand something important. What people call a curse is not always what it seems, especially from the Islamic perspective. In many cultures, a curse is seen as someone wishing bad on you, sending negative energy, or harming you through jealousy or magic. And yes, Islam acknowledges realities like al-ain, the evil eye, hasad, envy, and even forms of spiritual harm. But Islam also teaches something far deeper, far more stabilizing. Nothing, absolutely nothing, can touch you unless Allah permits it. That means, even if someone tries to harm you, even if their heart burns with envy, even if they speak words dripping with malice, their intention has no power on its own. Only Allah decides what reaches you and what is blocked from you. This truth alone can break half the fear you carry. What many people call a curse is sometimes a misunderstanding of their life's test. Hardship doesn't always mean punishment. In Islam, difficulty can be a purification, a elevation, a path to deeper strength. The Prophet Muhammad said, "When Allah loves a servant, He tests him." That means the storms that shake you may actually be the hands of Allah preparing you, molding you, elevating you. But sometimes, yes, harm does come from others. The evil eye, jealousy, the weight of someone's resentment. The Quran itself acknowledges the envy of the envier when he envies. This is real. And that's why Islam gives us weapons of protection. Dua, reliance on Allah, reciting Quran, and the remembrance we're about to explore. So let's ask a crucial question. Are you cursed, or are you being prepared? Many people blame a curse because they feel powerless. But Islam returns power back to you by reminding you, Allah is with you in every step, and He never abandons a heart that calls on Him sincerely. Maybe your struggle isn't a curse, maybe it's a path. Maybe your delay isn't punishment. Maybe it's protection. Maybe what you thought was destruction is actually redirection. Reflect right now. Have you ever labeled a hardship in your life as a curse? Pause for a moment and ask yourself, was it really a curse, or could it have been a divine test? Islam teaches that when life feels heavy, when everything collapses, and when you feel surrounded, there is always a door to turn to, and this door is never closed. If you believe turning to Allah is the real solution, type Ameen in the comments. Now I want to hear your story, even if it's just a glimpse of it. What do you think your biggest struggle truly is? A curse or a test? And why? Share your perspective. Your reflection might help someone else who's watching this right now. So now we reach the heart of this journey, the moment that has carried believers through wars, disasters, heartbreaks, betrayals, and every kind of darkness the human soul can face. The moment where everything shifts from fear to faith, from heaviness to surrender, from confusion to clarity. The three words that break every curse. The three words that reshape your destiny. The three words that the companions of the Prophet stood upon when the world closed around them. Hasbunallahu wa ni'mal wakil, hasbuna lillahu wa ni'mal wakil. These aren't just sounds. They're not poetry. They are a declaration, a spiritual sword, forged in the belief that your life is in the hands of the most powerful, the most wise. Let's break them down. Hasbuna, Allah is enough for us. Meaning, even if every door shuts, even if every person abandons you, even if every resource slips away, Allah alone is enough. Your story is not in the hands of people. It never was. Allah, the one you call upon, the one who knows you, the one who has never forgotten you for a single heartbeat, wa ni'mal wakil. And He's the best disposer of affairs. Meaning, you hand over your fear, your pain, your enemies, your problems, and you trust that Allah will take care of what you cannot see and cannot control. These are the words believers said when their enemies surrounded them. These are the words spoken when they were outnumbered, outpowered, out-resourced. These are the words that turned panic into victory. Now, I want you to pause for a moment. Say it softly with me right now, wherever you are. Hasbunallahu wa ni'mal wakil. Feel the meaning sink into your chest. If you believe these words hold power, type them in the comments. Write them, claim them, make them yours. Now tell me, when you read or say Hasbunallahu wa ni'mal wakil, what emotion rises in your heart first? Relief, fear, hope, or something else? Share it below. To understand the true weight of Hasbunallahu wa ni'mal wakil, we must step into the stories of those who lived this phrase, not as a slogan, but as a lifeline. These words were not born in comfort. They were born in fire, danger, and impossible situations. The battle. After Uhud, when the believers were wounded and outnumbered, picture this. The Muslim had just faced one of the most painful days in their history, the Battle of Uhud. Many companions were injured. Some had lost limbs. Some had lost family members. The Prophet himself was wounded. And while they were still bleeding, still exhausted, news spread that their enemies were regrouping to attack again. Fear rose. Hearts trembled. They had nothing left. But when people came to warn them, everyone has gathered against you. You should be afraid. The believers did not collapse. They did not panic. They did not surrender. Instead, they responded with these words: Hasbunallahu wa ni'mal wakil. Allah is enough for us, and He is the best disposer of affairs. And Allah recorded this moment forever in the Quran. 3:173. Not as a tale of defeat, but as a moment of victory born from trust. Their fear turned into courage. Their weakness turned into strength. Their despair turned into calm. When humans said, "You will lose," the believers said, "Allah is enough." Prophet Ibrahim assess. The fire that became cool now journey further back. To the time of Prophet Ibrahim, says, a whole nation stood against him. He stood alone. They built a massive fire, the largest they had ever created. The flames were so fierce that no one could get close to throw him in, so they built a catapult to launch him into the blaze. Imagine that moment, the sky turning red from the flames, the heat burning the air, thousands watching, waiting to see his end. And as he was thrown into the fire, the angels came to him asking, Do you want help? And Ibrahim, AS, with a heart anchored in trust, declared the belief behind those same words: Allah is sufficient for me, and He is the best to rely on. And Allah said to the fire, O fire, be coolness and safety upon Ibrahim. The fire obeyed. The flames became like a breeze, and a man who should have burned walked out untouched. This is the legacy behind these words. They turned fire into safety, enemies into protectors, fear into serenity. A moment in the cave. The Prophet and Abu Bakr. During the Hijrah, when the Prophet and Abu Bakr hid in the cave from the Quraysh army, footsteps approached the entrance. If someone bent down to look, they would be found instantly. Abu Bakr whispered in fear, O Messenger of Allah, if they look down, they will see us. And the Prophet replied with a calm heart, Do not be afraid, Allah is with us. This is the heart that says, Hasbunallahu wa ni'mal wakil. It sees danger, but it sees Allah more. And what happened? A spider spun a web, a pigeon laid eggs. The soldiers assumed no one had entered for a long time and walked away. Angels protect those who trust. Imagine standing in front of a fire like Ibrahim, or facing an army like the companions. Would your heart be able to say, Hasbunallahu wa ni'mal wakil? Write yes or no in the comments, and tell me why. If these stories moved your heart, share this video with someone who needs courage today. Which Quranic story of trust touches you the most? Ibrahim in the fire, the believers after Uhud, or the Prophet in the cave? Tell me in the comments. Your insight might inspire someone else watching right now. The power of Hasbunallah wa ni'mal wakil is not limited to ancient history or Quranic miracles. These words are alive today, whispered in hospitals, refugee camps, prisons, and lonely bedrooms around the world. They rise where people have no more strength, no more answers, no more control over their circumstances, and they bring a kind of calm that is not from this world. Let's explore a few real, modern stories that mirror the struggles of our time. Story 1. The Syrian mother who crossed the sea. In the last decade, millions of Syrians have fled war, destruction, and unthinkable loss. One mother, let's call her Layla, carried her 2 small children on a dangerous journey across borders. She had seen her home reduced to rubble. Her husband disappeared in the conflict. With nothing left, she boarded an overcrowded boat in the night. Waves rising like black mountains around them. People cried. Children screamed. The engine failed halfway. Layla wrapped her arms around her children, closed her eyes, and repeated over and over, Hasbunallahu wa ni'mal wakil. Allah is enough for us. She said it until the crying softened, until her heart stopped shaking. Hours later, rescuers spotted their drifting boat. When she finally stepped onto safe land, she said she didn't remember the journey except for one thing. The moment I said those words, it felt like God held the waves back from swallowing us. Story 2. A young man fighting illness alone in a hospital. Across the world, hospitals hold stories no one will ever fully know. A young man, we'll call him Idris, lay in a hospital bed, battling a severe illness. His family lived far away, unable to travel. Doctors weren't optimistic. For a while, Idris fell into despair. He wondered if he was cursed, abandoned, forgotten. One night, he scrolled through his phone and found a short clip of someone reciting Hasbunallahu wa ni'mal wakil. For the first time in months, he cried. Not from fear, but from release. He began reciting it every night, then every morning. Then during every painful procedure, did his illness disappear overnight? No. Real life is not always instant. But something changed in him. He regained peace, acceptance, patience. His mental strength returned. Doctors noticed he began responding better to treatment. Months later, he recovered enough to go home. Idris says, maybe the cure didn't come instantly, but the strength came instantly, and sometimes strength is the cure. Story 3. A family suffocating under debt. In many countries right now, Lebanon, Pakistan, Egypt, Sudan, economic collapse has pushed families into impossible situations. Unexpected job losses, skyrocketing prices, people working multiple jobs but still unable to pay for food or rent. One father, we'll call him Haris, lost his job after the company he worked for shut down. For months, he hid his financial struggles from his children. At night, he would sit alone on the balcony, staring at the city lights, convinced he had failed as a provider. One night, as he scrolled through an Islamic reminder page, he saw the phrase, "If Allah is enough for you, nothing can overpower you." He repeated, "Hasbunallahu wa ni'mal wakil." Every night, every setback, every interview rejection, every moment of humiliation. A few weeks later, an old friend contacted him unexpectedly with a job opportunity. A small one, but enough to restart his life, pay debts slowly, and rebuild hope. Haris says, "I didn't see a miracle. I saw a path. Sometimes the miracle is the strength to walk it." If you or someone you know is facing hardship, emotional, financial, or physical, try saying these words now, Hasbunallahu wa ni'mal wakil. Then tell me how you felt after saying it. Share this video with someone going through a dark time. These words may be the light they're searching for. Do you know a story from your family, your community, or the news, where someone relied on Allah during a crisis? You can share it anonymously if you want. Your story could give another person the hope to keep going. Now that you know the meaning, and you've seen how these words changed lives throughout history and in the world today, the real question is, how can you bring this power into your own life? How do you make these words part of your healing, your protection, your strength? Let's break it down. 1. Say it when fear creeps in. Anytime your heart starts racing, your chest tightens, or your thoughts spiral, stop everything and whisper, Hasbunallahu wa ni'mal wakil. Say it slowly. Let the meaning sink into you. This is your reset button, your grounding, your reminder that you're not alone in the battlefield of your thoughts. 2. Say it in moments of uncertainty, before a job interview, before an exam, before a difficult conversation, before traveling, before making a life-changing decision. Saying these words is like placing your plans in the most capable hands, the hands of the one who sees what you cannot see. Allah does not abandon the heart that relies on Him. 3. Say it when you feel wronged or attacked. If someone tries to harm you through jealousy, gossip, cruelty, manipulation, or injustice, instead of letting anger take over, turn it into reliance. Say, Hasbunallahu wa ni'mal wakil. You are handing the situation to Allah. You are stepping out of the circle of fear. You are choosing spiritual strength over emotional chaos. 4. Say it daily, even when life is good. Don't wait for a crisis to remember these words. Make them part of your routine. Say them after Fajr, before sleeping, in your dua, while walking, while cooking, while driving. The more often you say them in calm moments, the more powerful they become in moments of hardship. Just like muscles strengthen with repetition, your heart strengthens with remembrance. 5. Combine the words with action. Islam teaches balance. Relying on Allah doesn't mean sitting still. It means doing your part and trusting Allah with what you can't control. So say the words, and then apply for the job, study for the exam, seek the treatment, apologize where needed, walk away from what harms you, try again. Allah loves effort, and He multiplies every sincere step. 6. Write it somewhere you can see daily. Put it on your phone wallpaper. Write it on a sticky note near your bed. Place it on your car dashboard. Set it as a reminder to pop up during the day. The more your eyes see it, the more your heart remembers it. If you commit to saying Hasbunallahu wa ni'mal wakil every day for the next 7 days, type I will try in the comments. For 1 week, say it every morning and every night. Come back to this video and share what you experienced. If you've already started using these words, what changes, even small ones, have you noticed in your heart or your life? Share your experience to inspire others. Before we enter the final moment of this journey, I want to speak directly to you. You didn't watch this video for entertainment. You watched it because something inside you is searching for peace, for clarity, for strength, for relief. And these words are meant to become part of your life, not just part of this video. So here's what I want you to do. If these words touched your heart, write them right now in the comments. Hasbunallahu wa ni'mal wakil. Not just for engagement, but as your first step of surrender, your first step of trust, your first act of giving your burdens to Allah. Commit to reciting this phrase every morning and every night for the next 7 days. If you accept, type, I commit. Let's build a community of people relying on Allah together. Share this video with 3 people. You never know. Your share might be the reason someone finds hope again. Tell me in the comments, what's the one thing you want Allah to take care of for you right now? A fear, a debt, a heartbreak, a sickness, a person, a situation? Your comment might inspire someone else to open their heart too. If you want more reminders like this, more healing, and more Quranic stories, and more spiritual protection, like this video and subscribe. As we reach the end of this journey, I want you to pause. Take a deep breath, place your hand on your chest, and let these words wash over you like light breaking through darkness. Ya Allah. For every person hearing these words right now, for every heart that is tired, every soul that is scared, every mind carrying more than it can handle, be their strength, be their protection, be their healer, be their guide, Ya Allah. If there are curses placed on them, break them. If there is the evil eye upon them, remove it. If there is envy chasing them, shield them. If there are unseen harms around them, destroy them. If there are heavy burdens on their chest, lift them, Ya Allah. Replace their fear with courage. Replace their sadness with tranquility. Replace their confusion with clarity. Replace their loneliness with your company. Surround them with angels. Fill their homes with barakah. Expand their rizq. Heal their bodies. Repair their relationships. Strengthen their faith. Write ease in their destiny. And most of all, let these 3 words become part of their heartbeat. Hasbunallahu wa ni'mal wakil. Allah is enough for us, and He is the best disposer of affairs. Remember, whenever your world shakes, whisper it. Whenever doubt creeps in, whisper it. Whenever you feel alone, whisper it. You are not walking through life by yourself. You are walking with the one who never leaves, ever.